But what is the testing involved?
So metabolic testing is done through a very simple 14-minute gas analysis test. So it's a breath test. So it's called indirect calorimetry. In order for anybody in the world to burn a calorie, you must consume zero point 0.8 of a milliliter of oxygen. So it's a very simple, block your nose or use the mask and breathe through a small apparatus. And it's a 98% accurate measurement on energy expenditure. So if you're looking at manipulating weight, if you're looking at getting a better handle on energy demands, and a lot of our clients will use these together because we do VO2 testing to identify energy expenditure during exercise, and we'll do metabolic testing to identify energy expenditure in a state of rest with predicted values for lifestyle and activity. So again, like I had a guy in yesterday that told me he wants to drop 9 kilos before Dublin. I nearly fell off the chair. Like 9 kilos before Dublin. And I couldn't get my head around. I was like, what distance are you running this week? He says he's going to run a 32K on Sunday. I said, how are you going to do that in a 4,000 calorie deficit? Like you're not going to be able to, or in a 7,000 calorie deficit, you're not going to be able to run. He was like, what do you mean? So it's about understanding the balances of getting our energy for performance right, fueling requirement, fueling training load, fueling your job. If you have an active job, if you're a bricklayer and you're running a marathon, your fueling requirements are going to be someone that's different that's sitting in a chair and running a marathon. So it's a lot of people will always think weight or metabolic testing is just for weight management. It's not. It's all about performance. And in the corporate world at the moment, like we're doing so much corporate work, and it's all about facilitating the demand on everyday life. Most people think if they're not losing weight, that's it, they're eating enough. And realistically, I would throw it out there 70-80% of people are underfueled, and as a result are underperforming. So weight isn't just the indicator of energy balance. There's a big range there where people underperform in all aspects of their life. And it could be something as simple as memory, irritability, brain fog, lack of sex drive, loss of cycle, failure to get an erection. It can be all simply adjusted by just fueling better and being more tuned in. So metabolic testing can be used for weight management, unquestionably, but I love using it for performance.
Is there any link? Because people say I have a slow metabolism, and this is just me, from stuff I've heard, I'm throwing out all the stuff you hear over the years. You test someone and you find out that they have a lower metabolism. Can a metabolism change? Obviously, with demand, your calorie output and stuff, but is your basal metabolic rate, can that change over time? Obviously, as you get older, it might change, but in general, if someone is looking to change their lifestyle for weight loss but fuel correctly, ultimately, will they change their basal metabolic rate?
Yeah, look, it can definitely be changed, but massive habits have to be changed, and the biggest change in metabolic function is going to come with body composition. So males have a higher metabolism than females, mainly due to weight and muscle ratio. So muscle will burn more calories than fat will in a state of rest to sustain life on a 24-hour period. Now, you're not talking about world beating numbers here, but if you change the composition of tissue in the body to promote more muscle mass in a state of rest, you will have a higher caloric burn, but it's not massive. We do see, and we have seen swings of big percentages when people make significant changes to their lifestyle, i.e., they move more, they start weight training, they eat more protein, they put a little bit of lean muscle on. It's not just one effect that's been the reason that it's had such a positive growth. It's an overall thing. And the statement that often gets made is that the metabolic rate gets lower as you age. It doesn't. What actually happens, I suppose it does in the background, but you move less, your muscle wastes, your steps reduce, you don't go to work, you don't go to kids coaching, and your lifestyle changes. But like my dad, I use my dad at the moment, like he's 73 years of age. I've tested my dad every year since the company has started. He weight trains 3 days a week. His metabolic rate hasn't gone anywhere. You know, he's one of these fit men. If you've seen him, like you wouldn't believe his age, how much he's mobile and active. But if you're someone that just goes, I'm 60 now, that's it, game over, not going to walk, not going to train,